Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video I want to share on my YouTube channel how I came to learn about Bitcoin and why it's so personal to me. So for this I'm going to start showing this image. This image that you see right now on the screen is a conversation that I had on Facebook with my brother back in 2013. It's dated the 22nd of December of 2013. This is in Spanish, so if you know Spanish from Spain, you will be able to read it yourself, but if not, I'm going to translate it into English for the English viewers, which are majority. So the blue is me and the gray is my brother. So I said, today's no one invents new products to be used in the physical world. Everything new products and services are to be used online. Not everything, but most. In general, I mean, everything is going more and more cybernetic. The world is more cybernetic, and still it doesn't exist a coin. Still it doesn't exist any cybernetic coin. Well, we have credit cards, which is similar because money doesn't need to be printed or fabricated. But imagine if there was a new type of coin, universal, the cyber dollar. I was calling it the cyber dollar. I had no idea about Bitcoin in this conversation. So, and then I said I would invest in it, and especially if it was cheap, because it would be something new. And my brother went to say, we have payment methods like PayPal, and also there's coins like the Bitcoins. And then we have the gift cards. And when he mentioned the Bitcoins here, I went to Google and I Googled for Bitcoins. And then I came back and replied, I just found out about the Bitcoins. I can't believe it. This is an expression, a Spanish expression from Spain, not from South America, but it means like, I can't believe it. And my brother said, I honestly would not put any money into this, especially with the current situation. He was meaning the economic crisis we had back in Europe back then. So he said, I would not put any money into this, especially with the current situation. And I said, I was in California for holiday at that time. I remember I was in California and my brother was in Spain. And I said, well, I'm going to buy Bitcoins, even if it's a little bit. I think this is the future. So this is how I came to learn about Bitcoin, this exact date, in this exact conversation. My brother told me about it. But what's more important, it's not this. What's important is how this conversation started, what started this conversation. So I'm not going to show the full conversation here because it's very long, but I'm going to explain it, what was, before this part of the conversation. So back then in 2013, I started making money online. I had a website. Well, I started with one website and then I ended up having like 12 websites. With the same product. But at this date here, I think I had only I was working on my first website, or maybe I had already two, but it was at the very beginning. I just started making money online back here, and it was money that I didn't have to work for because, it takes some work to build a website, but once it was up and running, it was all autopilot. I was selling a product that it would sell automatically. So all I had to do was respond a few emails every morning from users. For example, if a user had a problem with my product or they didn't know how to use it or something, I would respond support emails, but that's all I had to do. In the very beginning, I had to answer one email or sometimes none. And then the more it grew, I had to respond maybe between 8 and 20 emails, something like that, or between 8 and 15 emails every morning because I had a bigger user base. But I'm saying this because this made me a lot of money. This project that I started in the very beginning, it was making me enough to not have to work again. So And then it grew and grew and grew, and it made me a lot of money. So I was able to save a lot of money. That's how I saved enough to buy property without having to borrow money from the bank. And I also have my savings account today, thanks to this project that I had on that I started back in 2013. Back then. So the reason I'm saying this is because I had so much free time back then. I had to work only like 10 minutes every day, every morning, and that was it. So I started traveling the world. I had a lot of free time, but at the same time, I knew that this it was likely to not last forever. I didn't know how long it was going to last because my websites are hosted in centralized servers, for example. So it's not 100% under my control. There's other external factors that can bring your business down. I was using PayPal as well, for example, for payment methods, and you know that you don't have full control of your business when you're using middlemen everywhere. So I knew this could fail after some time, and this is just reality of life. Life itself, everything in life doesn't last forever. Life is like the charts. Sometimes you're trending up, and sometimes you're trending down. So when you are trending up, you need to make the most out of it, but you need to build, cash reserves and save up and all that, because that the downtrend is going to come eventually. So because I always had this idea in my mind that this was my 100% income. So this product, this thing that I have been doing online since then, it was my 100% income. So I knew if something failed here, I would have no income. So I started saving money as much as I could. I bought property, so I tried to spend money in assets instead of in things that are gonna depreciate in value, and that's good. But apart from that, I wanted to have another source of income just in case this one was to fail, at some point. Anyways, I wanted to create other online projects to create other sources of passive income. And I tried a few things. I failed in most of them. Nothing made me money. And even before this one, which was, it's been very, very successful. Before that, I tried many things in life, and maybe 9 out of 10, they fail. They just don't work the way you expected. But it's not only in business, it's in everything, in relationships and jobs and whatever. Nothing works the first time. So anyways, I was, wanting to create other products and other projects online so that I could have a second source of income just in case this one would fail one day. And then I had this idea of the internet money. Every time I have an idea for a project, I always tell my brother, because I value his opinion very much. He knows a lot about computers as well. I learned a lot from my brother. And so I always tell him every idea I have, we have a conversation on Facebook all the time. So, and then he gives me the opinion. So I had this idea of the internet money, and I said, and I was describing it to my brother, how I saw it, how it would be, and I was describing Bitcoin just like it is. Before I knew about Bitcoin, I was telling my brother to build it, to actually make it internet money. And even the concept of mining, I was describing how you would have to mine it, and how there would be a limited supply, and how it would be at the beginning only for speculation purposes until it went mainstream, and it would be mass adopted, and then people would use it as a currency. But in the beginning, when not many people knows about it, it would be only like a speculative asset. And I was describing everything just like Bitcoin is. The only thing is I have no idea about cryptography, so I never said it would run on cryptography. But the concept, it was like so similar. Even the name, the cyber dollar, it's like Bitcoin, right? So it was a dream of mine before I even knew it existed. And and going back to the being something for a speculative purposes at first and then going mainstream, that was my vision, and that's the vision on the white paper as well. That's why I'm leaning more for I believe more in Bitcoin Cash than Bitcoin. But the whole idea of, you know, of internet money and being decentralized, and I had this idea before I even knew it, and that's why it's so important to me, and I take it very personal. And I wanted to share this on my YouTube channel, and I would love for you guys if you would share, if you would share on the comments how you came to find Bitcoin, how did you discover it. I would love to know your experience, how you got into Bitcoin and into cryptocurrencies. So I'm gonna leave the video here. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.